frequent. Jesus Christ. What's up, y'all? Take this mask off since I'm the only one in here. My name's Taylor. If this is your first time coming here, thank you. I am a pharmacist, and I make videos at work, in the car, at home, wherever, girl. If a thought comes to my mind and I think it's going to be helpful, funny, or entertaining, you got me. I just wanted to come on here because here recently I have been helping a lot of people with vaginas with their health, specifically vaginal health. And it kind of just amazes me how some things people don't know. Mind you, I did go to school for pharmacy. I'm privileged in the fact that I'm educated and I'm able to educate my patients. So maybe what's surprising to me might not be too surprising to you as a layperson who might not have had as an extensive history in like healthcare, disease states, medicine, the whole thing. So I thought, how helpful would it be for me as a pharmacist to give advice, general advice, mind you, I'm not your pharmacist, I don't know your specific situation, but I think I could give just some general tips that the average person might not know to really help with their vaginal health as well as well-being as a woman or as a person who was born with a vagina and or uterus. First things first, ladies, whether you plan on getting pregnant or not, I do recommend that you take some sort of multivitamin that has folic acid in it. Folic acid is good not only for your health, but in the instance that you have a baby or you get pregnant unexpectedly, that folic acid is going to help form the neural tubing, which ends up turning into the brain and the spinal cord for the baby. So my advice is, if you plan, whether or not you plan on getting pregnant, please take a multivitamin every day that has some sort of folic acid in it. If your particular multivitamin and or prenatal, because though I'm not expecting a child right now, I do take prenatals just to lessen the amount of pills that I have to take every day. But if your current multivitamin doesn't have folic acid in it, you can just purchase it over the counter. The recommended dose for women is 800 micrograms. And this is for women of childbearing age, or should I say people who have vaginas and or uterus of childbearing age. Childbearing age is technically from 18 to I think 45, but honestly, whenever you start your menstrual cycle, that's when you become of childbearing age. So until the age of 45, you should be prepared and you should take that. Even if you aren't expecting a child, it is great for your overall health. So folic acid is good because it can prevent a certain type of anemia. Basically, you need folate for your cells in your body. Basically, everybody should really take folic acid, but a lot of times it's already in our food. For somebody who's not a person who has a vagina or a uterus, you can just get away with 400 micrograms of folic acid a day. Yes, micrograms, not milligrams. Okay, moving on to the next thing. If you are having issues with frequent bacterial vaginosis outbreaks, I see this all the time. It's not just related to sex, it could literally be anything that throws your pH off. So your body, and specifically your vagina, stays at a certain pH. It's helpful to help good bacteria grow, and it prevents the growth from bad bacteria and or fungus like yeast that cause discomfort issues for the person. So if you are having issues with BV, like recurrent BV, number one, evaluate the products you're using. Use a gentle, mild soap. When you're washing your vagina, I recommend using your hand, lathering up the soap, getting it real good, but also rinsing it really well. Some people don't use soap because the vagina is self-cleaning. I think it's still good to use soap because you do sweat down there. And so not only, you don't have to go inside the vagina, but you do need to take care of like the labia and the skin folds that are down there. You do need to get in there because that can be where odor resides. So secondly, you want to pay attention to what you're eating. Are you eating a lot of sugary foods? Bacteria loves sugar. So maybe you need to substitute those teas that pop out for more water. Staying hydrated is really key to overall health, but most importantly, vaginal health. You need to evaluate the partner you're with. Sometimes it's just their chemistry that doesn't really get along with yours, and having sex could cause issues. So either use a condom, but to be honest, okay, this is just regular girl talk. A lot of times I see women dealing with men they ain't got no business dealing with, okay? We're moving from pharmacist to real life Taylor. These dudes aren't treating you right. They not talking to you. They're not treating you with respect. They not really caring about your life. Is what I've come to find out. So a lot of women who are dealing with ain't shit men, they end up having lots of vaginal issues. Now, not only is it might be their chemistry, I kind of think that's God's way of telling you that, sis, he ain't for you. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, but 9 times out of 10, the people I know who have vaginal issues with a man also have issues with him personally. He's not doing right. He's not there. He's had issues with infidelity in the past. Like, all in all, he's not a good dude for your vagina, for your mental, for your spirit, nothing. So maybe evaluate the type of man you're dealing with, okay? So definitely be aware, be cautious, and think about the things that you're putting in your body and the things that you're putting around your body in regards to your vaginal health. Something else to take note of: if you do suffer from bacterial vaginosis, think about the type of detergent that you're washing your clothes in. You might need to switch to something like Tide Free and Gentle, or something that has no scents, no dyes, no smells. Just try your best to kind of evaluate what's going on, because some women are very sensitive when it comes to their pH. That it could change with the slightest thing. Sorry for all that noise, y'all. I'm at work, you know. So there's that. Okay, so for those women who do suffer from frequent, Jesus Christ, for those women who have taken into account everything they're doing but find themselves needing to consistently go to their doctor to get a prescription for BV, something that I have noticed is that boric acid suppositories actually work surprisingly well to help kill the bacteria that is causing bacterial vaginosis. So I had a couple patients who every time their cycle came on, their cycle would actually throw off their imbalance. So every time their cycle came on, they ended up needing to take Flagyl, which is a common drug used to treat bacterial vaginosis. So I recommended, in addition to this antibiotic, or maybe before you come see us again to get another antibiotic, it might be key for you to try boric acid suppositories. Apparently it's not something I was told in school, but something I had to research on my own. So it's been around for a long time, and I think it's just an older drug or an older solution to the problem that we kind of just don't talk about anymore. So if you suffer greatly from that, you might want to try boric acid suppositories. Directions are on the box. I don't know the directions off the top of my head, and unfortunately the pharmacy I'm at does not have an over-the-counter area for me to double check, but that might be something that you want to look into. If it's cool with your doctor, always double check and make sure that the things I'm talking about is good for you with your own physician. Another thing, ladies, please see the gynecologist once a year. I know it's one of those things that if we're not having issues, we think everything's good. It's good to just get a general checkup. In addition to getting your teeth checked twice a year, going to get your physicals once a year. If you're not doing that, this is your reminder, girl or boy or person with a uterus, anybody. Please go get checked by your doctor. You know, just it's good to know where you're at, and you can catch illnesses if they arise in the very beginning. So please go frequently, once a year as recommended. So please, ladies, people with uteri, go see the gynecologist once a year. Another thing that really helps, not just if you have issues with frequent yeast infections or BV, but just in general, a probiotic. A probiotic, a lot of people think might just be good for your stomach, but it's also good for your vaginal health. In your vagina, you have good and bad bacteria. And if you add to the good bacteria by taking just a general probiotic or making sure you're getting in some yogurt, or you're drinking kefir, or what else has probiotics in it? Kombucha, just getting your dose, that'll help add to the good bacteria that's in your body. That'll keep the bad bacteria, the bad fungi in check. And you should notice improved digestive issues and improved vaginal health. So that's just like an overall general thing that might be good for you to do. You could use Culturelle, Activia. Culturelle is a capsule. You could use Activia. If you aren't taking the probiotic for a specific purpose, it doesn't really matter which one, as long as you take it. Now, that's not something that you have to do, but I do think that it does aid in both digestive health and vaginal health. Another really good thing that helps is staying active. So a lot of the times, especially when it's time for the menstrual cycle, you notice your skin breaking out, you feel your mood changes, there is an imbalance in the hormone levels as your body prepares to shed that inner lining. Lots of times you'll have different hormonal changes throughout the month as well. So to help kind of balance those hormone levels out, exercising helps tremendously. Studies have shown that exercise, especially on a consistent basis, not only helps improve your mood just from improving the amount of oxygen that gets to your brain and helps your thought process, but actually it helps regulate the hormones in your body, the stress hormones as well as the reproductive hormones. So keep that in mind if you are having issues, or even if you're not, if you want to prevent issues, if you just want to continue to feel good, that is something that I encourage, is frequent activity. So it doesn't have to be exactly working out. Gardening counts as an activity, walking around counts, cleaning the house counts. Anything that really gets the heart rate up and the blood pumping will help balance out those levels. Guys, that was it. Just a few tips, a few pieces of knowledge that I can impart upon you as a pharmacist that might help your overall health, for women as well as people who have uteri and vaginas. So I hope this was helpful. If you learned something new, please comment down below. Let me know what that was. I think just from time to time I'll come on here and impart some kind of something to you all in terms of medicine, health, the pharmacy world, just so that you all can continue to live happy, free lives, or to improve upon the life that you already have. So hopefully this was helpful. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Again, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.